Welcome to Atlantis Local TV, and I'm K. Darren Turnquest. Let me tell you, I've been having an amazing day here at Atlantis, kind of just shooting the breeze and observing things. And what I've realized is that besides all the renovations, new restaurants, and upgrades, what really deserves more praise and excitement is the way this company have found new opportunities to give back to our community. Let's talk International Chef's Day. International Chef's Day, celebrated on October 20th each year, brings together culinary professionals worldwide to promote the art and science of cooking. This year's theme, Growing Great Chefs, provides a passion for mentoring young minds and nurturing culinary talent. As a former young chef myself, this brings me true joy. This year, for International Chef's Day, Atlantis culinary team introduced the students of Centerville Primary School to the joys of healthy eating and cooking. I know what you're thinking. I can use some classes myself.
Atlantis is celebrating International Chef's Day once again, and this initiative allows the food and beverage team to educate and give back to students in the community.
With Atlantis, we sponsored the entire event today. All of the equipment, facilities, employees are donated free of charge as a part of our community service initiative to help foster better eating within our communities.
Over the past 2 years, this initiative continues to focus on primary school kids to educate and provide tips for healthy eating.
We selected Centerville Primary as one of the schools within our local communities. We try to focus on children that we know that didn't have healthy choices during their lunch period, or potentially not have healthy choices during their afternoon meals while at home.
Growing your own food is an important life lesson that all Bahamians should know. The team at Atlantis wanted to ensure that the students at Centerville had an opportunity to not only start their own garden, but knew how to prepare their harvest as well.
Today we're going to plant some carrots, collard greens, peas, sunflowers, and cucumbers. I just think it's important that kids learn how to grow their own food, and then show them that it's actually very possible. A lot of people think it's almost, it's something that's very impossible to do, but in a small plot of land you can still grow a pretty good amount of food.
After so much activity, we knew that the students would work up an appetite, so our culinary team ensured that they all received a nutritious lunch.
The box lunches will include fruit cup, you have a salad, you have a granola bar, you have a ham, cheese, Swiss with greens, and you have a water, and you have fruit juice. So you have a complete meal.
This initiative by Atlantis also coincided with the goals of Centerville Primary to partner with the community.
It's teaching them about food security, food sustainability. It's also teaching them how to eat healthy so that they are the strong boys and girls that we have today. Number two, we have embarked on one of the Prime Minister's initiatives about climate change. And with the starting of our vegetable garden today, it's helping with that as we fight against climate change in this country.
We are proud of our community initiatives, and as we celebrate International Chef's Day, we hope that we've planted seeds for the next generation of chefs in the Bahamas. The opportunities await at the culinary capital of the Caribbean. For Atlantis Local TV, I'm Xavier Knowles.
Atlantis Bahamas is proud to celebrate 25 years of the Royal. We say thank you for the people whose passion and open hearts make paradise more than a resort, but a place to celebrate our culture, warmth, and Bahamian pride. For the beauty and the bounty that draws the world to our shores. For the opportunity to create a one-of-a-kind destination in a one-of-a-kind country. Thank you, Bahamas, for 25 years of continuous support. We look forward to the next 25.
There's the age-old saying, give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Teach him how to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime. With the growing demand for skilled workers in the country, Atlantis has embarked on yet another community project that is designed to transition young men and young women into self-sufficiency and entrepreneurship. This is done by funding a venture called Mobile Trade School. Let's hear from Tonya Pert, who tells us more about this initiative.
Atlantis has a tradition of contributing resources to organizations who better the lives of their communities, especially as it relates to the youth of our country. One such group is the Street Legends organization, which was developed to help our youth through sports, but has evolved into so much more.
It's a sporting organization, basically. It is designed to take the young men off the streets and hub them into a sporting community. Our next phase now is to try and see how we can find some funds and elevate these young men. And that's why we came about the Street Legends Mobile Trade School.
The Street Legends organization partners with the BTVI Smart Start program to register interested students. The Smart Start trades offered include beauty and barbering, construction, plumbing, auto mechanics, fashion trades, and electrical. Initiatives like this that are centered around the development of youth are part of the reason Atlantis is excited to help bring them to fruition.
We thought that supporting the Mobile Trade School was going to have a meaningful impact on the lives of so many young people. The development of a technical skill in an environment that also taught soft skills, business development, that this could have a huge impact on the lives of these young persons.
As I went into it more and more, I realized that there's a lot of passion put into the learning that's available.
I became interested in the industry because, who wouldn't be interested in free education, free training in such a valuable field like electricity, right?
Currently, I have ambitions to start my own solar company and to be able to trade solar products locally and internationally.
You become so valuable once you know how it works, and I feel like you never go hungry once you know how to do electrical stuff. And this program is so valuable. It's given me so much, and I'm so grateful for it.
Atlantis is a passionate corporate citizen and is always on the lookout for projects to affect positive change.
We feel that as a good corporate citizen, this is not only what we like to do, but it's also a part of our duty to be able to engage with persons in the community to support ideas.
We're excited in the Mobile Trade School to be able to help these young men and women already. And of course, I want to say a special thank you again to Atlantis and Ms. Garden and her team for believing in our mission and our purpose to get these young men and women off the block and into our program to be able to elevate them in our society.
Along with assistance from Atlantis Paradise Island, the Mobile Trade School's partnership with BTVI will soon be bearing fruit. And we hope to see some of the graduates working here with us in Paradise to help us remain the most remarkable destination resort in the world. For Atlantis Local TV, I'm Tonya Pert.
I've just landed in the epicenter of culinary experiences in the Caribbean. Yes, Atlantis. And for the past few months, table takeovers presented by Nassau Paradise Island Wine and Food Festival continues with its Visiting Chef series featuring menus and experiences by master chefs from across the globe. This month, two-time James Beard Award winner chef Mashama Bailey has brought our Southern flair to Cafe Martinique. Here's our lifestyle influencer, Daryl Daniel, to tell us more.
In March, the Nassau Paradise Island Wine and Food Festival helped to establish Atlantis as the culinary capital of the Bahamas. This fall, Atlantis added a new event in the Nepure family, Table Takeovers. Closing out the series that previously featured Chef JJ Johnson and Jose Garces is Mashama Bailey.
When I was younger, I used to admire how my grandmothers would cook. I thought that their food was really delicious. And so I sort of basically channeled those childhood experiences into the food that we do at the Gray Restaurant in Savannah and beyond.
Chef Mashama Bailey was excited to use local ingredients and give them a Southern twist.
You know, I'm learning more and more about conch, so I wanted to cook it because I think it's a national dish here. It's one of the many national dishes here, so I wanted to give my sort of Southern take on that. We're using local red snapper, and I gotta say, it's probably the most delicious snapper I've ever tasted. Super fresh, super clean. We get a real opportunity to showcase that. We're doing field peas, we're doing frisee, which is sort of like French and Southern. But I think really the two standouts for the area that we are in is really the conch and the red snapper.
During her stint at Cafe Martinique, Chef Michelle shared unique flavors and exchanged knowledge with our local chefs. However, for her, it's always about the guest experience.
What I would like guests to walk away with is just a sense of feeling satiated. I want them to feel full, I want them to feel nourished, and hopefully get to know us a little bit better. Get to know our style of food at the Grand in Savannah, a little bit of Southern, you know, in the place of the sunshine and beautiful beaches.
Atlantis is at the forefront of expanding the culinary offerings in the Bahamas with new partnerships, restaurants, and experiences that are bringing the world to the Bahamas and sharing the Bahamas with the world. We hope to see you next March for the 2nd annual Nassau Paradise Island Wine and Food Festival. For Atlantis Local TV, I'm Dari Danielle.
It is said that only about 10% of Bahamians know how to swim. I know, unbelievable. However, Atlantis Swim School, which is now in its 2nd year, is determined to change those numbers, especially for its very own employees. Here is Crystal Lee to tell us about the progress.
The Bahamas is surrounded by water, and unfortunately, drowning remains a significant risk for people of all ages. Atlantis, through its swim school, is determined to teach every team member at least the basic aquatic skills.
A lot of them wanted to learn to enjoy the water programs, and for them to enjoy the water programs, they need to know how to be more comfortable in the water and basically learn to swim. After the safety drills, we did a lot of skill sets so they can learn how to move through the water comfortably, how to embrace moving through the water comfortably, and just be comfortable swimming.
Now in its 2nd year, the greatest challenge for the instructors is getting participants to overcome that 4-letter word, fear.
Well, I always wanted to learn how to swim, but I always had a fear from a childhood. I was traumatized. So I said, let me just bite the bullet and try it.
It was surprising to see the amount of persons interested in it. And like I say, they understand that swimming lessons save lives.
At first, I didn't know anything. Shame to say, me being in water features, but now I can freestyle. I'm not the best at breaststroke, but I'm getting there.
With so much interest in the program, these swim lessons will now be offered quarterly starting next year, and participants are encouraging others to take the plunge.
We live on an island that's surrounded by water, so I think learning how to swim is very important. And I just had a baby, and I don't want my baby not knowing how to swim.
Once you want to learn, we're here to support. But it's up to them wanting to put in the work, because this is not easy. This is physical work. So if you want to put in the work, we're here to teach you.
The ability to swim is not only a valuable skill, but also a life-saving one. Atlantis invites its team members to embrace this opportunity that's free of charge. For Atlantis Local, I'm Crystal Lee.
It's been great spending time with you here in Paradise, and for Atlantis Local TV, I'm Darren Turnquest. See you next time.